Hey everybody, it is Eric Lucas with GG Homes here in San Diego, your favorite local real estate investor. And while I may be your favorite local real estate investor, I don't think it's any secret that a lot of realtors out there don't like investors. As a matter of fact, I would even say that a lot of realtors hate investors. And behind me is a list of the top 4 reasons why realtors hate investors and also why we are a little bit different. So let's jump right into it. Point number 1 is seminars and HGTV. So unfortunately, we know that there are a lot of seminar companies out there that try to get students to sign up for these seminars so they can sell them thousands of dollars or even tens of thousands of dollars worth of coaching programs. And they get the students all fired up. A lot of times they don't educate the students properly or poorly educate them. A lot of times they give them false hope, false promises, a false sense of their abilities. And then these students hit the streets and try to buy properties and they just don't know what they're doing. So unfortunately, if you're a realtor, you've probably encountered these poorly trained students that are blowing up your phone, coming to your listing, writing offers on properties, and they either don't know what they're doing or they don't have any intention of actually buying your property. A lot of times they're just trying to wholesale your property, which we'll get into in our next point. Now, we also know, too, there's a lot of HGTV junkies out there that will see shows like Flip This House or $1 Million Listing, and maybe they come across some money, maybe they've got some money, in savings, maybe they inherit some money, and now all of a sudden they think, well, you know what, it can't be that hard. I'm going to try to do what they do on HGTV. I'm going to go try to flip a house. So, again, they contact you, they don't know what they're doing, they write offers, they back out because they get cold feet or they realize too late that they're overpaying for a property. And they leave you with a really bad taste in your mouth. And unfortunately, we really can't do anything about this. These individuals are out there, but rest assured, we are not fresh off of a seminar. I've actually been doing real estate for 12 years now. I've been in the business since 2007. I flipped over 300 houses at this point, actually over 350 at this point. And I think everybody else at the office here, if you combine our experience, we've probably flipped thousands of houses. So we're not newbies. We didn't just see a seminar. I don't even watch HGTV. So rest assured that we know what we're doing. We're real. We actually really buy, renovate, and resell properties. And a lot of us really don't have much patience for these seminars or these TV shows. Now, point number 2 is wholesalers. And again, one of the things that they teach at these seminars is, as a matter of fact, probably the first thing they teach at these seminars is wholesaling. Because unfortunately, a lot of times the individuals that are attracted to these seminars are individuals with no money and credit. And these seminar companies tell them, hey, no big deal. You don't have money, you don't have credit. Well, you can still flip property by wholesaling it. So what these individuals will try to do is they'll try to just tie up a property with a contract and then try to assign that contract to somebody else. So there's actually even a few companies out here in San Diego, and I'm not going to name names, but there's one brokerage in particular that this is all they do, is they will try to comb the MLS, find fixers, tie that fixer up with a contract, and then as soon as the ink is dry on that contract, they're blowing up every other investor in town trying to assign that contract for just a little bit more money. And I hate these deals, you hate those deals. I don't have much patience for those that actually do this. So I want no part of those transactions. And you as an agent probably hate when someone either tries to wholesale your deal or pulls the wool over your eyes, actually does get it under contract, and then 5 minutes later, maybe you find out that they're blasting this out to other investors trying to get somebody to step in for them. So we do buy from wholesalers if the deal is off market and if the wholesaler is direct to the seller. But the deals that we have absolutely no interest in being part of are those deals that you see out there where a wholesaler went through a realtor, went through the listing agent on the MLS to tie up a deal. And many times the agent doesn't know what's going on. The homeowner certainly doesn't know what's going on, and it's just a big mess. So if I get pitched a deal and I search for it and I see that it's pending on the MLS, I want no part of that deal because I don't want to even be involved. Because I don't want my reputation tarnished because those deals have such a bad stigma with them. And unfortunately, they're out there. So rest assured, we don't wholesale. Again, while we may buy from wholesalers, if that wholesaler is direct to the seller and if the deal is off market, we absolutely will never wholesale your deal. So if we tell you we're going to buy a deal, we are going to buy it. We are going to close on it. We are going to renovate that property. We are then going to resell that property. There will be no wholesaling here with us. That's not something that we like to do. Point number 3 actually piggybacks off of points 1 and 2, and that is fake proof of funds, renegotiation, cancellations, and non-performance. And unfortunately, fake proof of funds and renegotiation is something that they actually teach at these seminars, and a lot of these wholesalers try to do. So these students that have been taught how to wholesale with no money and no credit will often go online and generate a fake proof of funds letter or a fake hard money letter. And if you don't believe me, you can Google that, and you can actually find websites where you can generate fake proof of funds or fake hard money. How it's legal for these websites to be up, I don't know, but they're there, and students do use them. So a lot of times those students too will pay too much for a property. A lot of times they're taught at these seminars, hey, get a property under contract for $400,000, then do an inspection, and then if you see just a little bit of paint missing from the wall, try to negotiate and try to get them to take 50 grand off the sales price. So, and then of course, if the student can't get that huge reduction, they cancel and they don't perform, which is really frustrating. So all of this is frustrating with you, right? If you're dealing with an investor, you want to know that their money's real, that they're not going to renegotiate, and that they're going to perform. So again, none of this applies to us. We do use hard money. We do have cash. We prefer to leverage when we can, but we can pay cash if necessary. So I don't need to generate fake proof of funds. We've got real cash. We've got real hard money lenders. Our money's real. We don't renegotiate. If I tell you I can pay money for a property, we're going to be able to pay that amount for a property. Once we see a property and once we walk it and we remove contingencies, that number does not change. Now, the only times we will ever, change a number is, and again, 9 times out of 10 we won't, but if we are looking at a deal and I ballpark it, I ballpark ARV and I ballpark repairs, I do enough of these deals where typically I'm pretty accurate with those numbers. Now, every now and then we go and actually look at the property and we find that there's a foundation issue that wasn't disclosed to us, or that the property was in way worse shape, and then we might have to ask for a reduction. But 9 times out of 10, even when we haven't seen the property, that does not happen because our ballpark numbers are good enough. And we don't like doing this because we don't want to get that reputation as the investor that renegotiates. So again, if we walk a property and we tell you what we can pay, that's what we can really pay for a property. And even if we haven't seen it yet and I give you a ballpark number, we are 9 times out of 10, we're not going to change that number. And the only way we will is if we find something wrong with the property that was not disclosed to us up front, like a foundation issue. That's it, period. And then obviously we perform. We are in the business of buying, renovating, and reselling houses. So we're not here to play games or wholesale. We're here to buy, renovate, and resell. Last but not least is empty promises. And again, point number 4 piggybacks off of points 1, 2, and 3, where at these seminars, they teach you how to make empty promises to get deals. And that's not something that we do. So if we tell you we have cash, we have cash. If we tell you we have hard money, we have hard money. If we tell you we're going to pay a certain amount for a property, we're going to pay that amount for the property. If we tell you that we can relist with you, we can relist with you. As a matter of fact, I just did a video on our new triple N strategy where you can protect yourself by double ending our purchase and then getting a referral from us up front of 2.5% of the projected ARV. So obviously, if you've got someone that is trying to wholesale your property and they promise you a relist, well, you don't know if that's going to happen, right? Because if they're wholesaling the property, now this transaction is out of their hands. They're wholesaling it to somebody else, and they have no control over that deal. So again, we're not wholesalers, we buy. So if we tell you we're going to relist with you, we're going to buy your property and we're going to either relist with you or give you that referral fee up front. And again, I explained more about that in the Triple N video that I did a few emails back. So again, Eric Lucas with GG Homes here in San Diego. We'd love to work with you on your next off-market deal or pocket listing. And I guarantee you that we're nothing like these seminar investors out here there. We definitely don't wholesale, and we really think you will like working with us because our goal is to get you paid, make you happy, so we can do lots of these deals and stay your preferred investor here in San Diego. So that's it for now. Hope to hear from you soon, and take care.